Testing. Hopefully you can hear. Not sure. I can't tell by the audio. Let's see on the screen. Okay, now I can see stuff on the screen. Don't know if I can hear anything. Don't know where the audio is coming from. Here's my settings. Sorry if you're watching, I'm trying to figure out my audio. Sorry if you're watching, I'm trying to figure out my audio. Just echo. Alright. So I gotta surface this board before I start doing anything. I wanna clean up this spool board so I can be ready to take some tape blanks. Now I just got to go to the corner and get everything out of the way. Shouldn't have all this stuff on the wall anyway. Corner. What I'm doing now is I'll kind of show you over here. Sorry, I'm gonna move. So maybe if you can sit there, I've just set the X and Y's to 0, and now I need to measure the other corner of that board. So I'm going to move the machine, set the rapid. So now I've measured it, so it's 570 by 300 millimeters. So now I'm going to create a surfacing tool path. Tools. What did I say? 570 by 300. 570 by 300. And we'll go down, let's see, 0.2 millimeters, and for a total of 0.4 millimeters. Okay, generate that code. We'll load it to the visualizer. So now I need to set the Z. So I'm going to set the Z height. So just bring the bit back over. Hey, Reagan? Hey Reagan, let's see. Now let me set the Z height. Z height real quick. And probe. Touch it, make sure it's working. And let it go. So now it's setting the height off of the surface bed. So now I've got that. I'm going to raise it up so I can put the dust boot on. So I'm going to run the dust boot for this, but the rest of it I won't. But just because this India makes such a mess. So it may be loud for a second, so get ready if you have the volume turned up. Hey Zoe. So this may get loud for a second when the shop vac turns on. So let me outline it real quick, make sure I got the right path. I just told it to do an outline of the board just so I'd make sure I had it covered. Looked like it did. So now I'm going to start. Machine's going to power up and then it's going to start setting. And I just set like 14 millimeters. It's not cutting very much. Just enough to get the glue off the board. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's got a red finger. Should only take it 2.5 minutes, but if it gets enough for what I'm doing right now, I may stop it after this one. It feels good enough, so I'm going to stop it after this one pass. I'm going to take the time. So I just stopped it right there. It does a kind of a hard stop when you stop in the middle of the cycle. Bring it up. So I'm just going to move it back out of the way. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to get some wood prepped for some handles. So I'm gonna take this is some Purple Heart wood that I cut down into some blanks. So I just gotta get it attached down to the board. We'll do, what about, let's see, I'll do 4 of those, but I want to do a matching set of cherry as well, because I want to marry them together to make a 2-tone blank. Hey, Dark Wolf. I'm hoping my screen's showing. Y'all able to hear me okay? I'm hoping. So, I'm putting my earphones in, hoping that will help. I don't think it's recording the earphones. Okay, thanks, Dark Wolf. I don't think it's going through my headphones. I think it's still going through the phone. So here is the cherry I want to marry. Be matching because I don't think I had the blank down here maybe. Oh, I took it in. So I'll show you that. I'm going to do a 2-tone pick handle. Yeah, that's what I figured. There's no need to have the earphones on, and well, besides protect my ears. Because I thought it would record through them. Use the microphone on the headphones, but it's not. Alright, so that just means it's going to get louder when the machine comes back on. Most of the noise is from the shop vac anyway. So the way I put these down, I'm going to try to get somewhere. Hopefully I don't block y'all. Alright, so there's many different ways to attach stuff when you're doing CNC. You can use clamps, screws, but when I'm doing this, I don't have room on these blanks to get a screw, or I put clamps there. I mean, it kind of gets in the way. So what I like to use is called the painter's tape, or CA tape method. So what I'm going to do is just put down a layer of painter's tape. And when I'm surfacing, there's no particular rhyme or reason. I've got these lines here for lining up when I'm cutting stuff out. I don't really need it too much for when I'm doing the when I'm doing the surfacing. All I'm trying to do is get at least one flat surface, and then I'll flip them over and get another flat surface. When I'm making handles, I only surface one side because the machine's all the rest off. So we're here where I'm doing 2-sided handles, I have to machine both sides. So 224. See, I got it. There we go. So with this, I'll pick the best side to glue down, tape down first. So I'm going to, I got 2 pieces together. I'm going to tape just some painter's tape and tape to the back of them. That gives me somewhere to put the glue that won't, actually painter's tape, surprisingly, will hold this down really well when it's getting machined. I was surprised at how well it does. But this is an alternative to using double-sided tape. So these are a little bit longer, but that's fine. Cut off the excess layer. This is just for surfacing till, at least till CLK just starts at 7, so it won't be longer than CLK's live starts, because I know some people, I want to watch that because I want a chance to win something. A chance to win anything when I'm doing this. Unless I did something for a handle big, but possible later on. But anyway, so I got these tapes. So now all I'm going to do is grab a bottle of glue. dropped it on the floor. That's fine. So this is just regular Starbond thin. What I like to do, I don't make a big mess, is I'm just going to put glue on the board on this side, pretty heavy. Same length. And then what I'm going to take is some accelerator for the super glue. Spray on that, and then stick it right down. Once I do that, it's there. I just have to repeat this several times. One second. And again, I don't have to be as careful with this CA glue right now because I'm going to surface, both sides later. Stuck down. We'll take the dust tube off so y'all can see this. And get it out of the way. Get that stuff off. Okay. So same process I did a while ago. Tell it to go back to the top of the beginning rows, which is a little, let's see. Gotta switch my speed to get, it can't move very fast. I don't need it to move very fast. So now I got that as 0, 0. I just have to measure out to here to see what that measurement is. Roughly, that's 550 by 180. Okay. Again, I'll show you the surfacing tool. So there's my measurement there in the top right. And so now I'm going to create a new surfacing pattern. Surfacing, which I forget my numbers, 550, 180. So I'm going to change that. 550 or 180. Let me see how. I'm just going to give them a feel, see how much difference there is. There's a pretty good difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump this up to 0.4 per pass, and I'll go down to a total of let's do 0.8 millimeters. That's almost a full millimeter depth on the first cut, just to see how far off each board is cut, because I cut it with a table saw. Looking at one, I got a bad gash in one of them, so I'll probably have to go deeper than that. Let's change that. Let's change total to 1.2 millimeters. Nope. 1.2. Generate it, load it. Okay, now since I have moved or changed material, it's still zeroed to the surface of that small board. I need to zero it to the top of one of these boards. I'll just feel for the highest one, which feels like these two right there. So I will move it over to there. surface. Make sure the blade's going to contact it first. Button pushers. Okay. Let's see. So, now this is going to throw a lot of wood everywhere, but hey, it's fine. So we'll move it up. And let me turn off the shop vac before we start. It's off. So it will not come on. Now I can hit start. And you're going to see the mess. Hoping that's not too loud for y'all. I don't know what it sounds like on the other end. Those are fairly nice and smooth. This one I probably won't be able to glue up now. So now I'm just going to pick the machine up run it back for a little bit, and I got to get all this off of here. Easiest way I do that, take a paint scraper. I tell you what, before I start that, I'm gonna have to make some noise and vacuum all this mess out of the way. It's very messy with the dust extractor is not on. Yeah, had to, sorry. So, I guess there's no need to have these earphones in either, but they're not gonna help. Alright. I didn't realize we were supposed to be getting, didn't know it was supposed to storm today. I was like, where's that noise? But it's thundering outside. Alright. One. So those are, well, see if y'all can see how smooth those are now. They're finished. Yeah, I don't know if that's coming through the mic, but it's thundering. That's the other thing, you can see where, that's why I have to service the board every so often, because that'll, you know, throw off the flatness of something. That's why your spool board is very disposable. I just have to remember, so sometimes it's hard to tell the surfaced from the unsurfaced side. So I will leave those face down for right now, try to get them taped back up. Huh. Oh, well, they're getting to us now then. They must be moving, I don't know if they're moving southeast. I'm assuming they are if they were at y'all, coming to me. So, I'll put these back together real quick. And usually I don't do this without the dust extractor, and I'm going to clear everything off of this table. I'm not using it, otherwise it will be covered completely with sawdust. I'm just taping these up before I forget which side is finished, which these aren't hard because I got one end that's not finished and it's got a little hump on it. It'll be easy to tell. That's fine because that end's gonna hang off anyway. So these, push them over there. So I'm gonna pull this off of this side, and I need to. Oh, I picked the worst time to be doing this. Okay, so that's the side I just pulled the tape off of, so I need to tape this side. Use chalk mark the rough side. Yeah, that's a good idea. So, well, with this stuff, sometimes it's easy because I had a dull blade. When I cut some of this, you can tell this Purple Heart is so black, or excuse me, so dark. The blades, if it's not a perfectly sharp blade, it'll burn the wood a little bit. That is some tough stuff. I think I got some chalk in yet. It's a good idea. See, I'm learning stuff all the time. A lot of times I can tell which side is not been machined, especially off of the table saw. You know, the table saw is rough. can get some finer blades, but they don't do as fine of a coating as that finish, that surfacing bit there. Like 20, this is it's coming toward. Well, this is in, well, I'm in North Carolina, so. Alright, so I got those taped up. Now I need to retape my surface board. Let me hit it with shot back one time. Hold your ears if you got ears on. Alright. Alright, see if I got room to put my tape down in between that tape glob there. I should, yeah. I try to avoid the tape where the glue is squeezed out because it will throw off the surface a little bit. So I resurface this board after I'm done with these. Be able to squeeze that in there. I just know to put that one a little bit back off that edge. Alright, so that one there. So again, same thing. Just CA glue, get the activator. You have a I think you're trying to say HEPA filter. Yes. I got a homemade one right above the machine right there. It has 4 HEPA filters and got a filter there. And that, yeah, when I turn that up, it's just as loud as the shop vac. And it discharges way on the other side of my shop over there with a carbon filter. So it even takes out the vapors. So yeah, I do have a air filtration system running in here. So yeah, when I do a lot of this, as soon as I get done, or when I'm doing it, if I know I'm going to be doing this, which this wood isn't as bad as this MDF. This MDF is horrible if you breathe it. Any of it's not good to be breathing a lot of, but like I said, usually I'm using the dust collection. But, a lot of super glue. I got through a lot of super glue, as you can tell. Okay. What? I put the tape on the wrong sides. Still got it on the wrong sides. Lord have mercy. I just CNC'd that stuff. Just saw that. I gotta pull that one back up. Daggone it. See? Get in a hurry, you screw it up. try that up real quick so I can get it up. Alright. Alright, appreciate you stopping by again yet. Alright, let's try this again. Try to come closer to that one. There. If anybody's wondering, it's just regular Scotch blue. The regular, not the cheap stuff, but the cheapest 3M, I guess you could say. The blue works fine for me. Alright, let's try this again. Put a piece of tape on this one. So that's down. Okay. See, lesson learned. Don't start this making a mess with everything on the counter. Alright, so tip 2. Alright. Okay. Alright, there we go. Let's readjust our, yeah. Yeah, so far I've only used 3M and it's worked well for me. So, show you where I'm at. I'm just finding that corner because I did shift up a little bit. Zero right there, and I'm going to tell it to outline and see if it's going to outline it. Yep, it's close enough. I just have to re-zero it. Put that there, clip it. But I also need to change my height. I don't need to go as deep this time. Well, I can let it go deep. Let's see. Probe. Alright, let it not. There we go. Alright, so we just got the 0. We're ready to go. Let's make another mess. Oh, sorry, y'all didn't see that. So that just got done. All right, move it up out of the way. Let's see, dark, sorry. So skip and dark. These are, let's see. So this one's out of cherry, but these are the Moki handles. See if it'll focus. These are the Moki handles that I've been working on, trying to doing different woods and stuff. This one's out of cherry. This isn't a Moki, but this is kind of what the unfinished looks like out of that Purple Heart. This is for a different pick style, but that's what it kind of looks like after the Purple Heart's done. But what I want to do, and I left it in the house, is I'm doing like a veneer or layer of these, so it'll be a thin coat on. And if you look on the unlock server, there's a picture of it under the talk about lock section, where I'm doing a veneer of the Purple Heart on top of the cherry, which kind of gives it a two-tone look. And that's what I'm working on, cutting these, getting them surfaced. Now I've got to glue them up as pairs, and then I'll have to surface it one more time to get the final thickness I need for the bottom layer, so when I cut it all out, it will it'll give the right look I'm looking. So right now I'm just trying to get some wood ready to be glued together. So I got it surfaced, so I got a perfectly flat mating surface now, so I'll glue these up, and it'll end up making 4 veneered blanks, and or I think they call, I guess they're called man, it just left my head. It's scales. I guess there's another word for it. Scales, handle scales. Appreciate it. What's up, Para? So, yeah. So that's what I'm working on. So now that was the CNC process. Well, you know what that was is. Oh, yeah, splinter. But anyway, that's why you don't rub your hand down wood. So now I just got to get them off the machine, get them glued together, clamped, and I'll let them sit, for 24 hours, and then I can bring them back to the machine and clamp them up, glue them back down, and then cut the final handle out. This is just me. Luce kind of asked to see some of the process, so this was me attempting that. And so now I don't think I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna go ahead and probably start ending it now, because it's just glue up process now. Next time if I come back, I may do a live. It's just easier for me to do it as a live versus trying to record it and post it later. So I'll just do it as a live and show the machine. I have to surface them. Like I said, I'll surface it one more time to get the right depth, and then I'll machine one and show you the final product. But anyway, all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all stopping by and giving the likes and all, and be on the lookout soon. I'll be hopefully getting some of these ready to go out, or to hopefully sell some if anybody's interested. And these will be for the Mokis right now. So, but anyway, all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Now if I can figure out how to end this thing.